Okay, so tonight I'm going to talk about the color of spring. It's something which has been asked from me by someone on YouTube. And when the person asked me that, I was wondering why I didn't make more videos about the color of spring, which is probably the most famous album by Tok Tok. So I was wondering why, because I talked a lot about the album It's My Life, about Spirit of Eden, Laughing Stock, the Hollis solo album, a lot. And also I talked a lot about the first album, The Party's Over. But strangely, the color of spring, I talked about it in articles, in interviews, but not really a whole video about the album. So I was wondering why, since it should have been maybe the first album I would talk about, because it's the one who made the band Tok Tok really famous in the US. I know a lot of American people who have known Tok Tok thanks to this album, The Color of Spring, because of the song Life's What You Make It, and also Living in Another World. I think it's the two songs on the album which are the most famous on this album. So I realized that I didn't talk a lot about this album because it was like redundant for me. I mean, everybody knows this album. So it was like a little too much for me, talking about something that everybody knows. I thought maybe it was because of that. But then when I started thinking a little more deeply, I would say, I realized that maybe I didn't talk a lot about this album because it makes me feel a little sad. It's because it's the album which was which was at the end of the commercial career of Tok Tok, and just after that started the more I would say underground kind of music by Tok Tok. So it was just the moment of a shift in the career, and it was the end of something and the beginning of something else. And I have a very strong feeling of the end on The Color of Spring. It seems very commercial. It's the most powerful album. It's if I had to put one word on this album, it would be powerful. It's the most powerful album by Tok Tok, and in the same time I feel a great sadness in it. And I don't need to read the lyrics to have this feeling, but once you read the lyrics, you realize that you maybe have a good reason to feel a form of sadness in it, even if the titles, I mean, even if the tracks, the most successful ones, have something very commercial and almost joyful. Actually, it's not joyful, and I will show you. I can. I'm sorry that I can't play everything. I'm not supposed to, but I will try to make you understand what I see in this album. And of course, what I'm going to say is my own idea. I'm not saying that I have the truth and that my idea is exactly the same as Marcolis' idea. I have no idea what Marcolis' idea is, so it's really my own perception of the thing, and that's it. So before I start, I'm going to tell you the most important about this album. It's the first album where Tok Tok started not using so much digital instrument but rather acoustic instruments. I mean, with more organic feelings, I would say. A lot of guitars, piano, yes, organ if I'm right. Um, there is a song where my son doesn't like the bass guitar. Actually, I didn't pay attention to the bass guitar. It's on Living in Another World. I didn't pay attention on that, but well, it doesn't disturb me, but obviously my son doesn't like the bass on that. Anyway, that is the opinion of each person. Each person is going to see the thing differently. I'm sorry for Paul Webb, especially that I like a lot his bass guitar in It's My Life. What is my souvenir about this album? So you must know that when it was released, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it, you know why? I didn't have to buy it. I could hear it everywhere. Everywhere I was going. I was still in Paris when it was released, so 1986 in France. I think, if I read well, that it has been released in 1985 in Germany. I found that. But for us in France, it was 1986. So I remember very well when it was released. I could hear it everywhere I was going in Paris. As soon as I was outside, we could hear it in the restaurants, in the stores, in the street, everywhere. So what's the point to buy a record that you can hear for free, you know? And I was still in love with the album It's My Life. So I was still you know, listening to It's My Life. So I didn't buy it then, but when I bought it later, I realized that I knew absolutely not all the songs, but almost all the songs on the album. So I can say that I was discovering something new because I knew almost everything already. And another thing, the song Life's What You Make It is the one that I heard now about 1 year and a few months ago. Then it made me make a dream. If you want to know how and why I started all these videos about Tok Tok, you can go back to a video named Why Hollis, Why Tok Tok, Why Los Angeles, and where I explain everything. And I think that somehow Life's What You Make It has been the very beginning of this journey, my videos and my painting that I started again. So that's why this album and especially this song should be very important to me. So now I'm going to start with the music, just a little. First song, Happiness is Easy. Okay, so Happiness is Easy. It's a song, some people may think that he's criticizing the religion. Actually, no, he said in an interview, that's not me, he said it himself, that he was criticizing actually the fact, the war linked to the religion. So taking the religion as a reason to make a war. I think that a lot of people will agree with that. Actually, I agree with that. You know, Happiness is Easy. We may think it's a very joyful song. No, it's not. It's a very ironical, it's kind of sarcastic. It's not funny at all. And it's rather sad. It's a way to show a problem which exists. I like this song. While I'm thinking about it, this is the album. You have the lyrics inside. Actually, I think you have the lyrics handwritten by Hollis, but it's really very difficult to read because I don't know if you see, but it's written really very small. And my eyes when I try to read that, I think it was, if it was a little bigger I would be able to read his handwriting, but like that it's impossible. So then they put the lyrics like that. The problem is that some lyrics are missing. I mean, all the songs are there, but in each songs, I think there are 2 or 3 songs where the lyrics are not complete. Some sentences are missing, so it's a pity because happiness is easy. We have to search on the net, but anyway, just to tell you that we have the lyrics. These are children who are singing behind. I suppose you guessed. So the next one, I don't believe you. So I'm singing like a gimmick here. On stage they are not playing it exactly by the same way. I really like this kind of gimmick in the song because it gives like an hypnotic effect. I talked about that in another video, the hypnotic effect of certain songs of Tok Tok, and I think that this one is a part of them. Basically, this song is not I don't believe you. It's not him not believing someone. Actually, I think, if I understood well, that it's the woman who doesn't believe him. It's what she's saying. So don't ask me to give you the exact meaning of the song. I think the best is to read the lyrics, and every person is going to explain it differently. When I'm really sure of an explanation, I will tell you, but here, just read the lyrics, I would say. I love that. If you go on YouTube, you will find a video where they play, I think it's lip syncing, but actually it's really good. They are in the middle of a kind of a terrace in front of a restaurant or something like that, but it's completely empty, and he is with 2 or 3 other musicians, and the musicians seem to really play, so I don't understand how it was done exactly, but the sound is really good. I will try to find the link and to put it, because it's a very good video. Otherwise, you can also see it in the tour, during the tour. They made just after this album, especially live in Montreux, for example. I don't believe you. They didn't make it exactly like that on stage, because it's normal. On stage you always change the arrangements, because sometimes on stage you can do exactly the same thing as in studio, or sometimes you want to change just for the sake of changing. I don't believe you. But I like as much on the CD as much as in tour. I think it's really good too. Song number 3. Life's what you make it. Okay, I don't know if you already saw the clip video of this song. The original clip video was great, but unfortunately, if I understood well, some people came from outside of the team which was working on this video, and they added some images which are a little weird, which don't fit really what they intended to do. But basically we see Hollis on a piano, but in the middle of the nature with all the animals, and it's the night, and at the end of the song it's the beginning of the day. You must still see this video, because in spite of what has been added, I think it's still good. The intention is good, let's say. Baby, yesterday's favorite. So you see, in an interview, Hollis said that this song has been chosen as a single because it was the shortest one on the album. Maybe it's true, probably he knows better than me. However, this song is so good. Everything's alright. And it's very simple. I mean it. Dun, 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 dun. No, I don't manage to sing it. I must have. It's very low for me. It's not my tune, but there is kind of a gimmick all along the song which comes in your head and you can't forget it. This is also a song which has an hypnotic effect, because every time I listen to it, I'm in it, and once it's done, I'm like, it's already finished. I didn't even realize that it was playing, because I'm so much in it that all the rest disappear. The piano is very important in this song. It's a very interesting song. It's not only a commercial song. It's a very powerful song and very special. It's like a magical song. I absolutely love this song. I love it. I really love it. Life's what you make it. The lyrics are very specific. Usually Hollis writes lyrics that we don't really understand. Here it's very simple. We understand everything. It's very clear. Life's what you make it. And he's right. It's exactly that. And it's funny because when I heard it in the street, actually I heard it in front of my shop in a car. The windows of the car were open. I heard this song and I was standing in front of my shop and I heard this song and I thought, wow, this song is really, really powerful. And it's funny because I was thinking about my situation, my life in Los Angeles, and just at that moment this song was playing and I thought, he's right, life's what you make it. So do what you have to do. If you want this, you must do this, and if you want that, you must do that, and not complaining about what you have, what you don't have. You have to go for it. You have to go and track what you want. Right now I'm tracking the Tok Tok song. That's what I'm doing on Friday night. Yoo-hoo! No, actually I'm very glad to do that. It's wonderful. But I would prefer being actually with people around me, listening to Tok Tok music with me. It would be much more fun. Actually, you are going to listen to that, but we won't be together. It's sad. So next song, very special, you are going to see. It's the fourth one, the next one. April 5th, it's the birthday of his wife. So it's a song about his wife. You know what, if a man wants to do a song like that for me, I'm totally okay with it, you know. It's a very beautiful song and the lyrics are very charming and very, it's so nice. It's very, I would say it's a minimalist song, very simple, very magic. I think he really wanted to show how she's kind of very simple and charming and like silent, if I understood well, and from the spring, because she was born in April, so, and probably blonde, I suppose. I see her like that with a lot of light. It's almost like the Virgin Mary, you know. This song is absolutely magical, so you will see. I don't know if you see all the different parts there are in the song. It's almost like a classical piece and also a little experimental, and I think that it's the premises for the Spirit of Eden. That is one of the songs of the Color of Spring when we can maybe imagine what is going to come later, but it's not the only one, you will see. The melody is so beautiful, so it's completely fluid. I don't know if you see what I mean. It's like it's like a ray of light. I see this song like a ray of light. I don't know if it's only me, but that's what I see. When I hear this song, I see a woman, a blonde woman, coming in somewhere and in a ray of light, like a saint or something, I don't know. There is something magical and also a little, not religious, but like something holy, you know, and something linked to the spring. I think it's the whole theme of this album is maybe around her, something like that. Actually, I think it's the year when he got married with his wife, so hence this thing, I suppose. Lucky wife. There is a... I like that too. I love that. I love... Okay, the next one is my favorite one. Okay, so this song, Living in Another World, I think it's the most powerful of the album. Better parted. Life's What You Make It is very powerful, but Living in Another World, I think, is even stronger. Truth gets harder. There's no sense in lying. Because it's deeper, the meaning is deeper. I made a whole video about the video made for this song. Help me find a way from this maze. And I was saying that it was related to explaining a form of depression. I can't help myself. Depression, I mean nervous breakdown. When I see tenderness before you left, I may be wrong. When even breaking up was never meant. I would link the video in the description box. Living in another world to you. Living in another world to you. If you want to see my explanation about this song and chiefly about the video. My explanation may be wrong, I may be totally wrong, you know, I'm not saying that I have the truth, and I'm not saying that what I'm saying is exactly what Hollis was thinking. But I think that my idea is not completely stupid. Especially when you look at the images of the clip video, you can guess that there is a link between what I'm saying and what we see, but that's my opinion. So I would say that this song is, for me, I see it like a kind of a slightly bluesy feeling. It's probably the third song which is very commercial in the album. Gotta give it up. put first. Maybe Life's What You Make It because it's the one who had, I think, the most success, but according to me it's Living in Another World which is stronger. So let's put Living in Another World second, and this one, Give It Up, number 3. It's a very excellent song. I knew it before even having the album, so probably I heard it everywhere too. Give it up, give it up. It's an excellent song. Gotta give it up. At the end, there is a slight change that I like a lot. Listen to that. And I think that, so this album was 1986, so yes, I think that Cock Robin was inspired by that in their own music, because Cock Robin often end their songs by this way. So you see that Tok Tok inspired a lot of artists. If Cock Robin tells me that they never listened to this song before, I wouldn't believe it. Anyway, I absolutely love this song too. Now, explanation about Give It Up. I'm not going to tell you what the lyrics mean because I have my idea, but I may be wrong. I just have the feeling that Hollis was already telling us that maybe he was going to stop his career, or at least his tours. I have the feeling that it's like a way to tell us that, because when I read the lyrics, I was wondering, maybe he didn't mean that. Number 7, Chameleon Day, very special song. I would say it's a half song. So, Chameleon Day, I would say that it's a song which maybe let us imagine what would be the next album coming. I mean, there is a link between Chameleon Day and Spirit of Eden. In the spirit, but the difference I would say is that Chameleon Day is very dark, and Spirit of Eden is sad, but in the same time it's religious, it's divine. It's there is a lot of spirit and like by a very positive way. Even it's very sad, there is in Spirit of Eden a kind of hope. Here it's really dark. So Spirit of Eden is much more sad, but by a positive way. I don't know how to explain that. And Chameleon Day is more dark and sad, and simply sad. But I think that the Spirit of Eden was already starting in Chameleon Days. That's my idea. A Chameleon Day, it has been played on stage before a song. If you look at the tour, for example, live in Montreux, you will hear Chameleon Day, but by a different way from the album. It's like a dun, 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 dun. Something like that, just before another song. I don't remember if it's before, I think it's before Living in Another World, and then the intro of Living in Another World starts. I think it's interesting to change a mini song. It's really a mini song. It's like something between two things. I don't know how we say that. It's like a link between two important things, you know, it's in the middle, it's just to link the two things together. It's a very interesting concept of song. It's not a song, it's a half of song, it's very short. But it's beautiful, it's whoa, it's powerful. The way he sings Chameleon Day, it's very interesting because he starts very low and suddenly it's very powerful. I like that. Now the eighth song, Time, It's Time. Wow. So Time, It's Time. Okay, again, I'm not going to say that I have the truth about this song and what it means, but for me it's a very good idea to have put this song at the end of the album, because it's like if he was saying, whoa, when the song starts, whoa, I'm so happy that the album is over, I'm at the end and I'm done. You know, when I hear the beginning of the song, it gives me this feeling every time like, woohoo, we are at the end. It was so exhausting to work, finally, vacations, you know, something like that. But actually, same thing, I'm wondering if it's not a way to say, okay, I'm over, I'm done, and I'm moving on, and I'm going to do something else. So the tours for me are over. You know, it's like if the Give It Up, Chameleon Day, and the Time It's Time, maybe it's time to leave, you know. It's like a trilogy. I don't know if you see what I mean. Give it up, it's like, am I going to give it up because I'm a little fed up of the tours? Then Chameleon Days, he's basically dying, it's the end. And then Time It's Time, it's like, yoo-hoo! We have passed the sad part, now I'm moving on and I'm going to do something else, much more joyful. You know, I'm thinking of that because of the lyrics. I'm going to try to find you lyrics which proves what I'm saying, because I look like crazy right now. Maybe because it's very late, I'm hungry, I didn't have dinner, and I start being like, woohoo! As bad becomes, it's not a part of you. Contempt is ever breeding, trapped in itself. Time, it's time to leave, but not to leave, to quit. It's to leave, to live your life. But I'm wondering if it's not a play on word here, because it's a play to live, not play to leave, you know. As bad becomes, it's not part of you. The wicked and the weeping, rumble or run. Time, it's time to leave. Time, it's time to leave for living. Now that it's over. You know, it makes me think the song of the Doors, not the music, but when the music's over. You know, it's like the end of something. So it's the end of this album. Obviously they made other albums then, but for the tour it was their last tour. The Color of Spring tour was the last one, you know, and it was the end of their commercial career, at least. At the end he said, rest your head. So it means maybe he's very tired, you know, and he needs vacation, he needs to do something else. And if you listen to this song, Time It's Time, it's very funny because there are really three different parts. The beginning is like very calm, very joyful, like a da 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 da, woohoo, wonderful. Da, 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 and then it's more dramatic, like listen, I don't know if you can hear, and my machine is not really good, but there is kind of a dissonance sound in the background, which is made purposely, it's not a mistake, but it gives something, a weird dimension to the song, seems very positive and like, ooh, wonderful. But this kind of dissonance shows that it's not so joyful as we can imagine. And then the third part, the second part is very dramatic, and the third part is like, it's huge, with all these voices behind. The voices are absolutely incredible. Beautiful, it's beautiful. It gives such a width, une ampleur, how we say that. It's such a... It makes the song very wide open, and all these voices incredibly. It's like an opera, And at the end, it's almost like a joke. It's like a do 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 do. I can't say that I love the end, but I think that it has a meaning. There is a reason why he put that. Maybe it's to show that he's very happy to live and everything is joyful at the end. I don't know. I see it like that. Okay. This video is going to be very long. I feel it, but I had to do it. Listen to the voices. I'm going to stop now because I start being a little tired, and as I said, I didn't have dinner yet, and it's really very late. I didn't think it would take so much time to do this video, but it's worth the effort. I love the color of spring and I'm sure that you do too. Who doesn't love this album? It's a wonderful album. I recommend it. Here it is. Nice. I'm wondering if it is a bandoleon or something like that. I don't know how we say in English. I will try to find the word in the dictionary. We call that a bandoleon. Great quality of music, but we didn't know everything yet. Then Spirit of Eden happened, and then Laughing Stock that I listened to yesterday the whole day. Laughing Stock, I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm becoming completely crazy. It's time to stop now. I wish you a good week. I will see you very soon, and bye bye.